It does not have to be a new year, a new you. It just has to be a healthier you in the new year, you guys. Make sure you check down below in the description box where you can find the links to TLC products, including the ISOT, the NutriBurst, the Life Drops, the Resolution Drops. There's just so many things there to help you in burning fat and staying healthy. There's even the new Immune Tea, which I'm going to order. So I can't wait to try that. And I hope they get the sea moss back. But I do love the sea moss from Mint and Ocean. I'm sorry, it's supposed to be a commercial. Yes, okay? Get those TLC products from me. And do not forget that my biggest life change has been through Kiara LASHAE, Team LASHAE, ifyoucanmove.com. You guys get cute little outfits from Peja and Amari. You also check out Just Move supplements because she is helping us with the energy. Okay, this is the energy supplement. Love it. Okay, just got my protein. Gonna get me some after I work out. So yeah, y'all, down below in the description box, support. So you guys are always asking me where I get my glasses from. So I thought I would finally give y'all a real little ad, okay? Firmoo, I can't see, bitch. Okay, I'm just playing. I'm just joking. These are my new Firmoo glasses here. Super cute, right? They are prescription because I'm like totally blind. And I got these matte ones that I think are really dope. And I felt like they would go good with the fact that I no longer have hair. You know what I'm saying? But either way, you guys can use my link and give me credit. And get you some glasses from Firmoo. Come on in. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue and I am back for another This Is Us review. All right, y'all. So funny. I hope you guys were able to check me out on Monique Samuel's Tea with Monique YouTube page this past Wednesday at 6 p.m. We had a really great conversation about cancel culture. It was me, Monique, Jay Henson, DJ Richie Sky, Monica from All About the Tea, and my boo, Funky Daniva. So, and I love all of them. Like I actually watch all of them often, especially DJ Richie Sky and Q and Monica and Monique. And I'm also obsessed with Monique's oils. Like I really love her essential oil line. And I'm an essential oil girl. Like I'm always rubbing peppermint oil on my husband's chest when he's congested. Like I'm just one of those people. I love lavender oil. Like that's me. So yeah, we had a really good conversation. I hope you guys were able to check that out. But one of the things we talked about was this episode of This Is Us, because Monique was actually on this episode of This Is Us. They showed a quick little clip from the episode where she was talking to the ladies and she has the infamous shirt on, the shirt that she sent to me. And I was like, girl, our shirt is on This Is Us. So I was look at them 7 degrees of separation from Kevin Bacon ass situations. Listen, did y'all see our shirt on This Is Us? I thought it was like such a great moment, even though they tried to shade my girl talking about don't be a Monique. I'm like, shut up, Kevin. But ultimately, her even being on the show was great. And I heard that she was selling like hotcakes. She was posting and everything to make sure, that she was able to capitalize off this moment, whether they were shading her or not. Okay, so I appreciated that so much. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the episode. So this episode, everybody is dealing with newborn babies. Jack and Rebecca, Toby and Kate, Kevin and Madison. Okay, Kevin is watching the Real Housewives of Potomac episode, and this is when he told the baby don't be a Monique, and we side-eye. I feel you, Buffy girl, okay? But like I said, everyone is going through sleepless nights and loving long stares at their new babies and just all of the emotions that the different generations and families are experiencing with new babies. So let's start off with Jack and Rebecca. So Jack goes to a dinner meeting with Miguel, and Jack tells the story of the time that he talked to this, famous athlete in a parking lot while he was looking for his car. But, come to find out his car was never there, so a limo pulls up. But he got to talk to this famous guy and use this story with, some coworkers, in this business setting, because Jack is trying to climb the ranks and so is Miguel. So they're kind of like doing this thing together, and he's telling a story. So after, they have to pay for dinner, and they do credit card roulette, which is everybody puts in a credit card, and whichever credit card the waitress picks, that person picks up the entire bill. Miguel tried to save Jack. He did. He was like, you know what, y'all, let's not do that, because Jack doesn't have the company card like the rest of you assholes. You know what I'm saying? Makes a little joke about it. But the proud man that Jack is, he throws his card in anyway. And guess which card the waitress picks? The one with the least amount of money on it. So yeah, Jack ends up having to spend $230 on a dinner for 4 grown-ass men. Three of whom probably had more money, make more money, and probably less expenses than he, with his 3 children and wife at home. So yeah, it was one of those moments where it was like, you really let your pride mess you up in that moment. So he gets home and he has to explain this to Rebecca. And Rebecca is just like, what are we going to do? We need that money. And he says, I'll make it back. We'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. I got it. So let's move on to Randall and Beth. Randall is hiding out on the back porch to get away from Beth and her mom's tension. And y'all know her mom is played by the incomparable and the legendary Felicia Rashad. Okay? Beth comes out to the porch, and Randall says that her mom has been there too long. When is she going home? No disrespect. I'm glad Felicia Rashad is here, but when's she gonna go home? Then they find out that she's staying even longer. Beth thought that she was putting together this great last dinner for her mom, but oh no, she's extended her stay for a week. Beth feels like her mom is constantly and consistently judging her as a wife and as a mother. How she handles the kids, how clean her house is, all of those things. And you guys, I feel the same way. My mom comes over here and starts cleaning shit. She makes comments, and it's just like, I know I don't have the time. Like, my house is in such a disarray right now. I'm ashamed. But at the same time, I'm paying someone to come and clean it. So everybody's going to get out of my facial about it. I don't have the time or the energy, but I can wiggle room the funds. Okay? At least twice a month, this is going to be a thing. Because we don't have time or energy for this. We don't. It's a split level. It's too much. We work too hard. So Beth is preparing this dinner under her mother's watchful and judgmental gaze. And if anybody knows anything about Felicia Rashad's judgmental gaze, you will never have anybody giving you anywhere, anytime, ever. Okay? It is a thing. All right? It is intimidating. Tess has a friend / significant other who wants to be called they. And Beth sometimes is having a hard time with that. And, Tess is so annoying. Like, she's the annoying teenager who is so not reading the room. Like, your mom is stressed out about her mom taking care of y'all, the pandemic, everything that's going on. And you're like, Mom, you're not saying the correct pronoun. Oh my God. And it's just like, oh my God, if you don't take a breath and calm the hell down, Tess, okay? Geez, just correct her and move on. Like, why does it have to be all this extra angst? Teenagers are so annoying to me. I feel like it's sometimes hard for people to commit that to memory once they've put you in a box in their mind. They've put you in either the male or female box in their mind. And sometimes it's hard for them to relay that in conversation when they're not being cognizant of it. And yes, they have to be reminded in order to acclimate it to memory. But let's not act like sometimes that's not difficult for people to do. Like, people are not always doing that to disrespect somebody, obviously, or just to be an asshole about it. But, some of y'all swear that they do. Anyway, her mom thinks it's so simple because in history we have used them, they, however, whatever. But I also feel like that's when we are talking about a lot of people, or when we're talking about somebody we don't know, like an unfamiliar, like, oh, them over there. Yeah, that person, they left this. But you usually don't say that when you're talking about a specific person. You'll be like, he or she did this. You know what I'm saying? I feel, at least that's the way I feel about the way we use the language. But obviously, things are ever changing and people have to adapt. it. It is what it is. Deja's boyfriend Malik comes over to talk to Randall about his baby Janelle and her baby moms that's trying to come back in her life after she fought to give the baby up for adoption, okay? And he knows that his parents wouldn't really be cool with it, but he doesn't know how to feel about it. And as Randall being an adopted, kid himself, he wanted his opinion. And Randall says that if he had known his mother, it would have saved him a lot of time in therapy. So ultimately, even if everyone feels a way about the decision she wanted to make, the baby is still here. She wants to be in the baby's life. And at some point, the baby is going to grow up and feel the need to know who she is. It's just, it's human nature to want to know where you come from. At dinner, Beth is trying to impress her mom. She has gotten a basket for the cell phones. She's ironed the napkins. She's pulled out all the stops. Her mom still criticizes the meal, which I thought was hilarious because when she was cooking it, she wanted to tell Beth how many peppers to put in the stew. But then when she didn't put as many peppers, her mom is like, it could have used a few more peppers. And it was just kind of like, ma'am, if you don't leave me alone. So Malik has to answer his phone that keeps buzzing because his baby mom's is texting him about seeing the baby. And Tess, continuing to be an annoying ass, a self-absorbed teenager, is like, oh my God, mom, why can he look at his phone? And Beth is like, if you want to go and have a baby that you have to be responsible for, then yeah, you can look at your phone, okay? Like, I'm tired of you with this. Tess starts complaining about how she wants to talk to her friend because they're a couple now. And Beth makes the mistake once again of referencing Alex as a she instead of a they. I told you, mom, she's a they, okay? And when she says, anyway, we're a couple. And she's like, you guys are a couple? Like, you go together? She's like, I didn't know that, Meanwhile, Deja and Malik are at the end of the table, and Deja wants to know why Malik's phone keeps vibrating, and he looks at Randall, which let Deja know that Randall already knows what's going on here. She's upset once she finds out what it is. So she goes out to the porch, all right? Back to Beth. Beth is asking more information about Tess and her significant other. Like, when did this happen? And Tess is like, 3 weeks ago. And she's like, I didn't know that. 3 weeks ago. She's feeling like, damn, you didn't tell me that? And Tess blows up and says, see, I told you she was going to make it about her. And she's saying that to Felicia Rashad. And she's like, she told my mom, but she didn't tell me. And I could never talk to my mom the way she can talk to me. That's the thought process I'm sure that Beth is having. So Beth has had it up to here. All of the children have run away from the table at this point. And Beth lets it be known that she constantly feels judged by her mom. She's like, you can go ahead and add this to the list of things that I do wrong in your head. And she's like, I don't have a list of things that you do wrong in my head. Yes, I do feel like things should be done a certain type of way, but I don't have a list. And she's like, yeah, you do. And I never feel bad about my life and my family and the noise and the mess of it all until you come here and make me feel bad about it. And I don't feel comfortable again until you take yourself and your judgment home. So Felicia Rashad has her feelings hurt. She gets up and says that she's going to go and pack her things and leave. Randall goes outside to talk to Deja and get some understanding there, okay? And Deja says that she's never had anybody 100% in her corner until she met Randall. He's her day one. And even though she appreciates the relationship he has with Malik, she should always be first in the forefront of his mind as it pertains to Malik. So if Malik and his baby moms are communicating, you're supposed to tell me that, Dad. You know what I'm saying? And Randall is like, about to cry because she called him, her day one. He was like, Deja, I am your day one, and you will always be first, always and forever. And she expresses to him how she is worried about Malik and his baby moms possibly getting back together since she wants to be back in his life. That's scary for her. But, once they resolve the issue, he's like, so you want to look at her Instagram page and, talk mess about her? So they pull up his baby mom's Instagram page and he like, girl, not that headband. I was dying laughing. I was like, I love Randall so much. Oh my God. I love his relationship with Deja. I love that somebody that had to be the parent in her relationship with her mother finally has all of the support and a childhood, like to be able to relax and feel safe and taken care of when she's never had that her entire life. That is such a beautiful thing to watch on this show. So y'all, Toby and Kate. Toby is trying to find a job, y'all. Y'all know he got laid off. And he's trying to balance a lot of things at one time. He's watching a baby. He's doing job interviews. And he's like, look, I'm doing a lot right now. Okay, my whole little background just fell down. I'm trying to, rock my baby, with the golf club or whatever. And I just want to know, is there really a possibility for me to get this job? And the guy tells him, yes, you're at the top of our list. So he's feeling good about it. Him and Kate are going over to Kevin and Madison's place for dinner. You know what I'm saying? They want to do this. Our kids are going to grow up together. Let's check in on one another, see how the other one is doing. Kevin and Madison have been doing everything that Toby and Kate have been doing. Staying up late nights, dealing with the babies. And they have 2 babies. So Madison looks tired, even though she got her cute little dress on, but she looks tired, okay? So the fact that they have a nanny helping them, especially when Kevin is filthy rich at this point, is not a surprise. It's much needed. And I get so tired of people trying to make somebody feel bad for having help just because, usually people don't have this type of in-home help that they pay for because normally people can't afford this shit. That does not mean that they shouldn't have the help. Okay, especially because a lot of people don't have villages or moms or, grandmothers or aunts that can help them the way other people can. Like in my family, we always had other family members to help watch kids, or you put them in pre-K early or something. But it never was a situation where I felt like we were paying for babysitters or paying for nannies because we had so much family. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was in my life, okay? But even though so, looking at this situation, Kevin is an actor with money. Why would he not pay somebody to help him and his wife deal with 2 brand new damn babies? Like, that's insane, okay? So just keep that in mind when Toby goes off later. So they go over to Kevin and Madison's for dinner. It's this incredible sushi layout. And then as they're, talking, Toby finds out that he didn't get the job. When they sit down for dinner, Toby is feeling inadequate and Kevin is rich in offering to buy things for them and offering to be a babysitter for them. Y'all can bring the kids over here. I can hire another nanny. They can grow up together, the whole 9. Child, basically the same childhood that me and my cousins had, except for it was our grandmother and grandfather watching us, okay? But we used to all be at my grandparents' house on weekdays sometimes when we were very young. And it was the shit. Some of the best times in my life. And it really, a lot of the times I think made me the person that I am today because not only did I grow up around my grandmother and an older personality, I grew up around my cousins and was always being social and around other kids. So it's not the worst thing in the world, but Toby is feeling a way about the fact that he's lost this job opportunity and how he's going to take care of his family and how men feel that is their responsibility and they can't take handouts from other people. They have their pride the same way Jack had his pride and put his damn credit card in that credit card roulette when he knew he ain't have enough money for that. Okay? Same thing, letting your pride get in the way, and he kind of blows up on Kevin. I don't need your help. I don't need you to take care of my kids. I got this. Okay. Everybody doesn't live in this magical realm where you have nannies floating out the kid to you and your wife, like trying to make it seem like Madison ain't really been doing enough or hasn't been doing the hard stuff. Like she's being milked. She's been doing the hard stuff. She's being milked. Okay. For 2 babies. That girl looked tired. When she came back out in the sweats and he said that time, like, I'm sure that lady nipples hurt right now. And you going to sit up here and tell her she isn't doing the hard work because somebody is there to make sure that the babies are okay while they have dinner for a couple of hours? Toby, you're doing the most. And I like how Kevin checked him. You know what I'm saying? And Kate is just sitting there not saying anything. And I think she often reverts into this submissive role the same way she did in that abusive relationship when she was a teenager. But later on, Kevin tells Kate in private, promise me that if you need anything, you will call me. I don't care what he says. You are my family and my money is your money. Just like that. And he means that shit. And I feel like he should mean that. And there's nothing wrong with helping your family members. I think that it's a fine line on both sides. Do not overuse people and do not give to the point of crippling people. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. There's nothing wrong with helping your family. And I feel like people should, especially when their families, you know, are struggling or having a hard time and you have a surplus. It makes no sense in my mind not to help. Okay. But I also feel like that help is only dictated by me, or what I want to give and how much I want to give and when I want to give. And you aren't going to be happy for what it is or don't accept it. That's your two choices. Okay. And that's that on that. Toby later apologizes to Kevin. You know what I'm saying? And Kate calls her mom to thank her for never letting the kids see the struggle, making them great birthday parties in the backyard and cutting the corners where she could. And then we see a flashback of Rebecca's response from Jack in that whole dinner situation. She said, from now on, I'm gonna handle the finances. I know how much money we need to save. I know how much money we spend. I'm gonna handle the finances from now on. And Jack said, okay. And that gave Kate the courage to go to Toby and tell him that a job to teach and be there for the little kids has already been offered to her, and she's going to take that job. That's it. Sometimes it's not a conversation. Sometimes it's simply a statement. And the other person just nods their heads and says, okay. And that's what happened. Kevin and Madison talk about the situation with Toby, and they feel like, you know, he wasn't wrong for feeling the way he did, but they are family. But Kevin says he's fine with it just being him and Madison and their two babies, okay? He's fine with that. And then Uncle Nicky knocks on the door. So it's like, oh, it won't be the two of y'all for too long. So y'all, let's go back to Randall and Beth right quick because I forgot this part of the conversation. Beth went to apologize to her mom for raising her voice. And her mom says that, yeah, she is judgmental and, you know, anal about the small things. But the big things, the mess, as Beth described it, she envies because at her house it's quiet. It's too quiet. And she's lonely. And she actually appreciated being there and helping Beth with the kids. It wasn't that she was trying to point out her inadequacies, but it's like, I'm here and I'm going to do what I do and I'm going to help my daughter. My daughter looks like she needs my help, so I'm going to help her. And I'm the person that I am, so it comes off controlling or judgy because she is judgy. But ultimately, it's still coming from a place of I just want to help my daughter and be around her and her family. And so Beth went to Randall and told him, okay, because this all ties in to the women at some point taking charge in a way, because husbands can sometimes take a load in a way that they shouldn't because they feel like that's what they're supposed to do. And as a wife, you sometimes have to come up and be like, hey, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. So she tells him, my mom isn't leaving. She's staying indefinitely. And then she brings a little cooler outside for his porch since he's going to be out there a little bit more often now. But yeah, y'all, I thought the episode was really, really good. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I can't wait to see Felicia Rashad on the show every week. All right, y'all. Tell your people about me. Peace.